Well, if you've been vegetable shopping lately, you'll have seen the shelves have been tickle pink as rhubarb season has arrived. Juliet Sears here now to show us how to use those pink stalks to create a delicious dessert. It's an acquired taste.
It is a bit of a Marmite one, isn't it? 'Cause it's quite sour and tart.
Yes.
And I love it in this cake. I mean, yeah, if you want to get used to it, you might not want to crumble because it's kind of really intense with just all the rhubarb and the crumble on top. So this is kind of a gentler version because you're baking that into the sponge.
Right, OK.
So we're going to start off with the rhubarb. So what you want to do, first of all, is just add some sugar, some orange zest, and then the juice of half an orange. So do that before you start doing anything else. Give it a stir and then just set it aside to macerate. And what that's going to do, it's going to really sort of like bring out the flavour, make it a bit sweeter. Just set that aside.
For how long?
15 minutes is fine, just while you're getting the rest of the cake ready. So at that point, I would like get my tins ready and then get on with the bits and pieces, and then it'll be ready. So it's not too long to wait. So in my bowl here, I've got some butter and sugar, which I've just creamed until it's really pale and fluffy. All good cakes start with that. And then we're just going to add let's turn this one on. There we go. So we're going to add eggs now, 4 eggs, just one at a time into the mixture. But, I mean, I love, do you like rhubarb?
I do. No, I do. I do. No, I do. Honestly, no, I do. It's not a go-to for me. I mean, I think the last time I probably had rhubarb was on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a treat every so often.
Yeah.
But it's only because there are other things I would probably go for.
Fair enough.
Like apples and apple crumble or...
Yeah. Well, do you know what? You could actually, if you don't like rhubarb, even though there's loads of it around, you could just swap the rhubarb for some chunks of apple and make this cake into an apple.
No, I know this is going to be incredible. Everything you make is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going in. Right, OK.
So don't worry if the mixture looks quite chunky at this point. Right, just try not to splashes all over myself. If it's a bit curdled, don't worry. We can add the dry ingredients. So I've got some flour and a little bit of extra baking powder for lift, and that's just 200 grams there, and that's just going to go in, just all in one. What do you think?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It's really kind of like a gentle flavour. And with the cake, obviously, I wasn't sure when I was making this whether I'd sort of like roast the rhubarb first, but then it can make it a bit too sweet. So with it being put into the cake raw, it cooks it really gently. Yeah. Yeah.
And Holly would absolutely love that icing inside that.
Do you think so? Because she doesn't like custard, but
I don't think this is. I think this is more like a butter icing.
It's more buttercream, yeah. We've given her a little slice to take on her merry journey, so hopefully she'll enjoy that in the car.
On the back of a motorbike.
Yeah. Right. So once you've got the batter done, it's time to bring up the lovely juicy rhubarb. So you see it's kind of like really macerated. I
mean, that would have been a miracle if that was what you actually put under there. But you've got another one under there.
Here's one I macerated earlier.
Quick maceration, that is.
But literally, no, it doesn't take long and it really becomes juicy. And don't worry about all of that liquid there. It just bakes so perfectly. So you just want to fold that through like that. Oh, God, just don't wear white when you're doing this.
We've got this morning apron in one of those 12 at 12 things. In fact, we opened it up. It was behind number 7, wasn't it?
Should have thought of that before I started. So, yeah, it's quite a loose mixture here. And then what you want to do is just divide it in between your 2 tins. So it does look quite a wet batter, and just get it roughly equal. But it bakes, as you can see, it bakes really well. The difference with this sponge mixture...
It looks, as you said, don't worry about it splitting. It does look a bit splitty,
Yeah, it looks a bit splitty, but once it bakes, it'll be absolutely perfect. It's just with all the sort of juice in there. And then, so, obviously, it is a little bit moist, but what we're going to do is add the crumble topping to it now. And that really kind of helps to add, sort of like dry it out a bit. But keeps it nice and moist underneath, but goes nice and crunchy on top. OK. So I've got my crumble ingredients. I've got really cold butter in there, which I've just rubbed between my fingers, and some plain flour. And then you add some sugar. So that's just a regular crumble mixture. And in our...
See you. Thank you very much indeed. Right, well, it's 10 seconds to go, so I think we can do it. It's time to play 12 at 12. So, for a chance to get us to give you a call, you have to place the face. And today it is Craig Doyle. There you go. Lovely Craig, who's somewhere lying on a lawn at the moment. You've been entering for the chance to win up to £12,000. We told you that it would be around midday. 17 seconds past, so let's try our first caller. We can only let it ring 6 times. That's the rule. So first caller, we'll get as many as we can. If you don't pick it up, actually, I think we call you afterwards if you don't. Third ring.
Hello?
Hello. Hi there. Who's that?
Denise?
Hello, Janine? Denise.
Denise.
It's Denise, yes?
Yeah?
Yeah. You're on this morning. You've got through to 12 at 12.
Can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah?
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you know,
Yeah.
do you know what's just happened? You played place to face, and you got
Yeah.
through. So that means that automatically you have got £6,000.
Oh, God.
Whereabouts are you in the country?
Near Mansfield.
Mansfield?
Near Mansfield, yeah.
Right, lovely. Right, OK, well, all we can do now is hopefully win you a whole load more, because that £6,000 is absolutely yours. No matter what happens next, you've got that money. OK, well, now we're going to try for some more money and some more prizes. So you've been watching, obviously, so you know how it works. This is our bank of vaults. You can see each vault is labelled 1 to 12. Behind each one, there are some great prizes, even more cash to be won. So now I'm going to give you the chance to pick 4 out of 12 vaults. So, best of luck. What's your first vault number?
11.
Number 11, right. And inside number 11 is... It's an extra £1,000.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That takes you up to 7,000. That's your 1 of 4. What's your second vault number?
Number 1.
Nice and easy. Number 1 is... That's a bag of sweets.
Lovely.
Yeah, there you go. Your third vault number?
Number 7.
Number 7. That's an extra £500. £7,500. That's 3 out of 4. So what's your final vault number?
10.
Number 10. OK. And inside number 10 is... It's a This Morning apron. Right, so you've got £7,500 now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are going to give you the chance to increase your cash prize to £12,000 with our jackpot question. So the rules are very simple. If you choose the jackpot question and you answer it correctly, you will win £12,000. However, if you get the answer wrong, you'll win the £6,000 that you've got anyway, but you will lose what you've got in the vaults. And that essentially, the important stuff is you'll lose £1,500. So that's £1,500 at risk, depending on whether or not you choose to play this question. You either stick with what you've won or you play to win £12,000. What's it going to be?
I'll stick, I think.
You're sticking? Not risking that extra 1,500 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, but in which case, it's been lovely talking to you. Just by saying
Thanks
hello,
a lot.
you have got
Brilliant.
£7,500. Bye, Denise.
Bye, Doc. Bye.
See ya. Bye now. Right, if you want to enter to win up to £12,000 tomorrow, here are all the details you need. For the chance to enter our fabulous 12 at 12 competition and win up...
Morning.
Hello and welcome to Mondays This Morning.
Now, we can't start today's show without paying tribute to the man who spent the last 2 decades sitting on the This Morning sofa, Philip Schofield.
So, as a show, everyone on and off screen at ITV and This Morning want to say a huge thank you to Phil for what he's done to make the show such a success over the last 21 years.
Quite simply, we all know he's one of the best live television broadcasters this country has ever had. And we and all the team wish him all the best for the future.
Yeah. So, Holly's now taking a break over half-term. She'll be back in the studio.